Hey, how's it going? It's been a minute. So, let's jump into things, shall we? The current project I've been working on is this wing on my RF ND Miata. This was a SARD style wing that I've been working with for a while. I actually picked up used locally, and I was told that I could make this work for the Miata. So I've been working on this the past month or so, and I've come across several different things that I've been able to do to make it work. I've fabricated my own custom end plates here that I'll give a little closer look at as well. I've bought shorter wing stands made by a separate company that will actually clear the RF top, which was a big obstacle for me. If you have a soft top, you'll actually be able to run the original wing stands just fine. My plans for this is I wanted to sell this as a complete kit, the whole wing, everything. I was trying to source one. I see you could find them on Alibaba, AliExpress, all that good stuff, and I was thinking about buying them in bulk and all that. I've got my first sample in, and I wasn't impressed. Like, the wing arrived broken, for one. That sucks. I asked for a replacement, and I told him I was considering buying in bulk. He's like, oh, buy in bulk, we'll send you a replacement. No, like, I need the replacement so I could do this thing. I looked further into it, and the wing stands and mounts were missing parts and all that crap, so whatever. I'm kind of scrapping the idea of sourcing the wings, but I have fabricated the wing brackets, the brackets attached to the wing, and I'll show you that as well. So yeah, let's take a look at this first. Come on over. So, the original wing brackets here basically mount to the stands and come to the inside where it mounts into the BRZ. You know, basically they sit further apart, whereas the trunk obviously is much shorter in length than the BRZ. So I just took a long piece of flat scrap metal and I bolted it into the stock brackets, allowing it to attach correctly. So this is the finished brackets that I have prototyped out for the wing brackets. I did use a much thinner metal for this, as this is just a prototype, so I can have a test before buying in a much larger bulk. But basically, the finished version will be much thicker. But yeah, this will be it. Basically, it just attaches here. It has a little wing adjustment here, and you will be able to mount the SARD wing onto your ND Miata. Yeah, simple as that. So I think next step here is I'm going to go ahead and do that. But let's take a look at the wing that I received. So this was the wing that I had originally picked up, used locally, and this was the Chinese Alibaba version. So this was the damage, ended up coming in cracked on both sides here. Very unfortunate. I believe I will end up be sending this back, but so this was basically the stands and the brackets that came on the one that I had, and also compared to the Alibaba version. It actually says SARD on the sides, whereas mine does not, which is interesting enough. So, I've got the prototype brackets installed onto my wing. I will add that these are not the final versions. I accidentally ordered very thin metal for this. As you can see there, super flimsy. Will not work. The final bracket should be something more like this, super thick. But these will work for the time being, and just making sure that they fit onto the trunk, and I can place these are super flimsy, but for my testing purposes, this should work just fine. Yeah, this is just right. Push these up just a little bit further, and I can slide them in and out as needed as well. So the good thing about these wing setup is you don't have to drill into your trunk. I know that's a huge benefit for a lot of people that maybe wish to sell the car later on, but basically there's 3 little hex screws to go into the sides here. They push up on this bar, and that's what was missing from the Alibaba order, and we'll basically clamp it to the top of the hood. It should also include little rubber cushions, so it shouldn't damage your hood. I honestly can't guarantee that it won't damage your hood at all, because I did have a few issues here on the sides just getting the fitment right, but overall, if done correctly, you shouldn't have any issues. Alright, so with the cushion in place, I'll just hand tighten these. And I'm trying to do it so you can see as well. But basically there's two screws in the middle that kind of hold the bar in place, followed by these that will then tighten up that bar, clamping onto the bottom sides of your freaking trunk lid. Yeah, not bad. So this is the final setup. I'm basically going to tighten everything up, but I did include some adjustment here so it could be moved back and forth as needed, so this fits as best as it can. And yeah, I really like this. So the bracket works. I believe I've succeeded in my project. I mean, I've been working on this back and forth for about a month or two, just trying to get this to fit correctly. I'm just taking the original one and then putting a flat piece of metal on top, which worked fine. After that, I just did actually a couple of vinyl cuts on my plotter just to get a test cut there and determine where it needed to be bended and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and place an order for a nice bulk order of these brackets and be able to offer those to you. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this project. Honestly, I absolutely love the way this wing looks on the ND Miata. It has a perfect contour, nice little curve to the rear bumper. It fits like it should be stock, you know, it looks great. As far as effectiveness and downforce goes, it's going to be mostly for looks. If you're looking for something for track use, I highly recommend 9 Lives Racing, and their wings have been proven absolutely phenomenal, all that good stuff. But yeah, as far as looks goes, this does clear the RF top. You know, just wrapping up, why not do that real quick? One sec, cut. So as I was saying, this wing does clear the RF top, and which actually just brought to mind, I got a new part in from MX5 Things, the roof controller. So if you hit this 3 times, you'll hear the car power on, kind of cycle through its thing, and if you have the ACC IG controller, it'll do it. It takes a few seconds, but has a solid about 1 inch, 2 inch clearance here, but just enough that you do not have to worry about hitting your wing. Opens, closed perfectly, and I know this is just a huge issue with the RF top in general, of trying to find a wing that fits and all that fun stuff, but yeah, signing off here. I will have these available. I may offer a pre-sale, but yeah, I'll edit link below with that once it is available. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions or anything like that, or if you'd like to see more projects like this in the future, and all that good stuff. I'm Scott with Spinnywhoosh. Till next time.